Hello and welcome to my podcast. My name is Tiffany. I am the owner of Latah Valley Fiber Co. Thank you for joining me today. If you're new, welcome back to those who have been here a while. I have a finished object, a couple works in progress, and some future knitting that I want to share with you. So let's get started on finished objects. I have one, and surprise, surprise, it's a pair of socks. So, as many of you know, I am knitting Advent socks for my husband to open from December 1st to the 24th. I am currently in the process of knitting all those socks. I've been about 2 a month because I've done some other knitting. I have jumped ahead quite a bit. I'm on, I think the pair that I'm working on now is number 20, and it's September. So I am ahead, which I'm thrilled about. No pressure at the end of the year. And that means I might have time to do some Christmas knitting gifts. Christmas gift knitting, I guess is the word. Okay, so that'll be, I'm excited about that. That was kind of my goal, was to get ahead so that I could do that. And possibly one of my future knitting things I want to do is knit my son a sweater. So before we get started on everything else, let's talk about where you can find me. I am on Instagram at Latah Valley Fiber Co. I have a shop. It's on Etsy. It's latahvalleyfiberco.etsy.com. And if you want to direct message me, lvfiberco@gmail.com as well. So, okay, back at it. This first and only finished object that I have is from Summerly Designs. It's part of her Colorwork Cuff Club that she's doing for this year and next year. It's a 12-month club that started in August. And this pair is the second set of that. So Summer released, she's planning to release one per month. However, for the first month, she released 2. So I've done both. This is the second one. And I think this was a work in progress a couple weeks ago. So I started these on 8/17 and I finished them on 8/28. These are 19 of 24. I used the Cascade sock yarn in black and then my own hand-dyed yarn in the colorway 2 blue. And the needle size I used was 2.25 on DPNs. I cast on 72 stitches, and then what she recommends is going up a needle size for the color work. I just knit really loose because I don't actually have those needles. I should look into that. That would be the smart thing to do. I'm hoping they fit around my husband's heel. Okay, you will notice I made an error in my calculation. Is that right on? Yep. Okay, so when I got down to here, I thought that I had counted correctly 4 rows before I started the heel. Apparently not. So this was the first sock. And I blocked this before I even started this sock. I don't think my husband will care. See, the color work is even slightly off by several rows. So I did make that goof. So one leg is longer, which their socks. But I loved this pop of color. This is a flower motif. My husband's not going to care. He loves wool socks, and he doesn't mind that they might sometimes appear girly because they're going to be in his shoes anyway. And he wears pants, so that's going to cover this. And it keeps it fun for me. Okay, so anything else on that one? No, that's it. All right, so that's the second August pattern from Summerly Designs for that club. I'm working on the next one. So let's move on to whips. This is the September chart page. This is what it looks like. And I did make a few modifications to the chart. I started these on 9/1, and I haven't finished them yet. I've turned both heels, and so I'm working on the foot. I am using my own hand-dyed yarn in just all my scraps because I have so many. The needles I'm using are DPNs 2.25 millimeter, and I did cast on 72 stitches. I didn't increase, like she recommends, needle size to do the colorwork part. So again, I'm hoping when I block them, they will come out a little bit better. Okay, so you will see on the pattern that her stripes start up here on the leg. I omitted those, just did, plus it's not very, I don't have as much room here on the leg as she did. So here's the first one. There's the heel flap, the gusset. And this is where I started the stripes because I wasn't planning to do a long leg. So to stuff some stripes in there just didn't make any sense. So I did blue here and did the heel in the black, which is up here in the color work. And then I started the stripes once I completed the, actually it's incorporated in with the gusset. I don't know that you can see that very well. Into the gusset decreases, and then now I'm just knitting in the round. Changing colors every 6 rows. I'm not actually sure. I think hers they're more narrow. I made mine chunky stripes. So I will finish that down the foot and then do a black toe with, I believe that's the leftover cascade in the black. So I'm not a huge fan of the geometric, but you know, they were fun to knit, and I still made mistakes on them. I was reading the chart on the first one. Is this the first one? Yes. Okay, so this is the first one I started. I cast on the 72 stitches. I did the 2x1 rib, which she recommends. It's in the pattern. And then you will see that there's this block here. Let's see, I think it's 4 stitches by 4 stitches block. Okay. Well, when I picked up the second one to do that, I goofed, and I only knit a 2x4. So there's not actually a square there. So I was all the way done with the color work and getting ready to carry on with the blue, and I realized my mistake. And I thought, well, I'm not going to pull it out. I'll just add another row. I think I was 2 rows off. So I just added another row of blue here to make up so that they were the same length. The leg was the same length. And the color work appears fine too. So, yeah. you really got to pay attention and read the chart as you're going. The problem is that it's pretty intuitive as you're going, because basically you're repeating 2 rows. So you read it the first time and you go, oh, okay, 2, 2, 2. And then you go to do the second round and it's the same, so you're just following the color. And then the third round you're switching, and it's very easily memorizable. I just neglected to read the part where you have to make a square for one of the sections. I don't think it's going to matter too much. I barely noticed it myself, so I'm hoping no one else notices it. And I think the stripes are nice. This colorway is the 2 blue colorway, and this was the cuff, heel, and toe that came. It was a set, so it came with it. I am almost to the point of decreasing on the toe. I have about 1 more inch to do, which should be the finishing of the blue and then the brown again. So this is what I have left, and as soon as I start the toe, the black toe on this, I'm going to cut this, stop that one, and pick up this foot. So there we go. I do really enjoy the heel flap and gusset. I used to not like it, but it flies now that I know what I'm doing. Or have had the practice of, I don't even have to look. She says heel flap and gusset, and I'm like, oh, okay, I know what I'm doing on that. So, okay, that is the 20th sock. So that means I have 3 more to go. 4 more to go to 24. So, yay! Okay, let's talk about my next work in progress, which is an update on my temperature blanket. And this temperature blanket I started in January. I am using the pattern by Handy Little Me, and the yarn I'm using is Woodland Tweed by Knit Picks in worsted and Aran weight. I'm using US 7, which is a 4.5 millimeter. I cast on 240 stitches, and I'm changing colors based on the temperature for 2013, which is the year I got married and we adopted our son. So I've hit a snag. I was able to go because I'm doing a past year instead of the current year, I was able to go and plot the whole year. Here's all the temperatures for the year. And before I bought a pack of yarn, okay? So you get 1 of each of the colors. I think there were 13 colors in the pack. And so in that process, I knit a row, and so it's knit down and back. I count that as a row, down and back. Well, I could do 17 of those for a skein of yarn, of the worsted Aran weight yarn. 17 rows is what I figured out. Well, I don't know what happened. I am short on one of the colors. So 9/6, I'm working on 9/6 at 70 degrees, and I ran out of yarn in the middle of the row, as you will see. I'll have trouble showing it to you. So I have 4 more days that I need that yarn, and I'm out. So I'm not sure where my math went with that, but obviously it was not accurate. Okay, so I need to order yarn, and I haven't actually done that yet because I don't know why. Okay, so here I am in the middle of a row. I'm on my way back, And the colorway is Gray Squirrel. So I have to order another skein to finish this row, and then 4 more additional rows. So while I was having this dilemma, I went ahead and looked at a couple more temperatures, and it's going to be close. And then some I'm done with, but I won't need to use it. And I have, you know, this much or more left, half a skein. So that's kind of, temperature blankets are a lot of work, and you don't really know how much yarn you're going to need. Okay, so this is August, and then part of September. Here is my marker for August 1st. There you go. A lot of hot weather here. This yellow is 91 to 100 degrees. So it's pretty warm here. It's quite warm in July. Big chunk of warmth there. And then here. And one hot day up here. So the yellow, I have a couple days in September where it's in the upper 90s. And I might need another yellow. And then this blue, which is called jacquard, I'm completely out of that, and I need several more days of that yarn as well. So that's where I'm at. And this is a huge blanket. It's going to be very big. It'll probably fit on my king size bed. Not widthwise, but certainly lengthwise. So it'll be a nice blanket to cuddle up with. That'll be great. So that's my dilemma at the moment, is I need to order yarn. Knit Picks has been a little slow on delivery, so it's about 10 days, which tomorrow is the 6th, and I had worked ahead a little bit in preparation for school starting and that kind of thing. So I'll be about 10 days behind. It's not too bad to catch up. I do several days in one day, and then I catch up pretty easily. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to order that today, and hopefully it will be here tail end of next week. Today's Thursday, so it could be next weekend. All right, that is it for works in progress. Let's talk about future knitting. Now, I have carried in my shop bulky and super bulky yarn. It's not popular at all. It hasn't sold. I've not sold a single skein, and I've done multiple colorways of yarn. So I have these colors. This is So Yummy, and this is Squirrel. And then I have some gray, Steel, and Spicy. And then I have this pink color, which is called Sweeter. These are all dyed naturally with natural products. And so they will fade over time, unfortunately. That's just the nature of the beast. So I have decided I have 5 skeins of each. So I'm going to do some hats, and I've also thought that I could do my son's sweater out of the gray. He likes green, actually. I don't have any green. This is also a nice color. I like the So Yummy colorway. So I could do that. These are the super bulky, and then these are the just bulky. So I'm going to do a little research and see what kind of sweaters for young boys. He's 11. And he wears a size medium men's because he's very tall. So based off of that, I will probably do a medium men's sweater, maybe with some cabling. I think that could be fun. I haven't ever done a cabled sweater before. I've done cardigans and sweaters that have a design on the yoke, like a lace pattern on the yoke, but I've never done cabling, and I think that could look really smart on a boy's sweater. So that's kind of my plan. I'm going to do a little bit of research and see what's out there for men, and go from there. Obviously this color will be a hat, and I have five skeins of this, so I will knit probably some Christmas hats for my nieces and nephews. This light gray for the boys, or maybe even this color, although I like this. It's kind of a burnt orangey brown, which I really like a lot. So I am no longer going to be carrying bulky or super bulky in my shop. There are some skeins still online, so if you're interested in any of these colors that I just showed you, you're welcome to check those out. I will probably take them off this weekend, off my shop. So check them out, grab them up if you would like. And yeah, okay, so that's it. I hope your day is going well and you're jumping into fall well. We started school today, actually, and he's super excited about that. And yeah, we have a couple camping trips planned for September, and getting back into the gear of being on a schedule, which I actually love tremendously. I love a schedule. If I could schedule summer, I would be happier. But it's a little more free and, you know, spur of the moment, doing things that are fun, you know, deciding at the last moment to do that. So anyway, that's it for me. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in a couple weeks. Happy knitting!